should leave this house. It is him.
We need you to help us accelerate the divorce process. I want to get divorced as soon as I can.
Ile siku Sara atahitajika kutini, unijulishe.
Amekupatia bond? Haina shida. Ukifika tukampatie OCS.
Wacha ujinga. Wewe unafikiri sehemu tuliokuweka ni sehemu ya starehe?
Yaani sasa imefika kuwa hata nikimpiga simu zangu anishikii.
Tutaenda renti, tutaenda jenga, sitaki cha kujua, bora tumeondokea.
Hiyo ni wewe na mamako.
Mimi si mtoto mdogo. Last time I checked, I was over 18.
President William Ruto did affirm the deployment of Kenyan troops to Haiti amid calls for the government to reconsider its decision. This is even as Parliament is set to debate, converse, and ultimately make a determination on the matter this coming week, as per Article 240 of the Kenyan Constitution. Meanwhile, the increased fuel prices continue to elicit mixed reactions amongst a host of Kenyans, much as the government did say yesterday that the already announced prices by EPRA were subsidized courtesy of the Petroleum Development Levy. Those are just some of the stories that continue to shape the news today. This is KBC Lunchtime News. Our sign language interpreter is Byron Ebuli, and I'm Doreen Arange. Welcome to the broadcast. We begin with the president's tour in China, where President William Ruto is set to address the Belt and Roads Initiative BRI Forum in China. The BRI Forum will convene world leaders in Beijing for talks on cooperation and partnership, emphasizing infrastructure, development, and connectivity across continents and people. The president will deliver a keynote address highlighting Kenya's advancements in information and communication technology, as well as innovation. During the visit, President Ruto will hold bilateral talks with host President Xi Jinping and other world leaders. The president will also participate in the Kenya-China Investors Roundtable to emphasize Kenya's standing as an investment hub. And moving on, members of Rombo Group Ranch are embroiled in a wrangle with their management, whom they have accused of embezzlement of funds. The members claim the leadership has been embezzling members' funds realized from different projects. They now want elections to be held, while further demanding the government suspend the ranch activities forthwith and forensic audit done on the ranch.
Ni kujua ya kwamba ni kuweka accountable na pia kufanya uchaguzi mwingine mpya ambayo tutakuwa na wenye tutawaamini ya kwamba hii ugamvi ama faida itaenda kwa watoto wetu na kwa jamii.
Kwa hivyo tunaomba serikali iweze kutusaidia isimamishe operations zingine zote, any transaction itafanywa na hawa watu, sisi tunataka isimame.
Dairy farmers in Limuru constituency are set to directly benefit from a milk pasteurizing machine to process milk following the green light for Limuru Dairy Processing Plant to procure an ultra-high temperature machine. The milk pasteurizing machine, valued at 145 million Kenyan shillings, will reduce the amount of milk that goes to waste. Speaking during a special general meeting, Limuru constituency legislator engineer John Kiragu said over 10,000 cooperative society members from more than 5 constituencies in Kiambu County will have access to the plant. The officials noted that the plant is set to be delivered by the end of the year and operations will begin in March 2024.
We have signed memorandum of agreement with 13 other cooperatives who will also be bringing their milk to be pasteurized here. We are expecting that we will triple the volumes once we start packing the milk, which is normally goes to waste during when there is glut. We pack it into extended shelf life and UHT, and we will be able to standardize and assure the farmer that will be paying Kenya shillings 50 per litre every month.
The whole legal process has been finished. As far as I'm concerned, the money is secure for this plant. We know very shortly the plant will have a UHT plant that will not only serve the Limuru people, but Kabete, Kikuyu, and Githunguri as far as even Katogo.
Elsewhere, Lugari Member of Parliament Nabi Nabwera has called on parents to empower the boy child, especially in accessing formal education. Speaking in Lugari, the MP expressed concern that the society tends to overlook the needs of the boys, placing the primary emphasis on the girl child.
Challenge niko naye hapa Lugari ni mtu anaitwa mtoto mvulana hayuko shuleni. It is a danger in society. Tunasema nini? Tunataka watoto wavulana waende wapi?
Parents of Jomvu constituency are said to benefit from water tanks, donations courtesy of the National Assembly Ladies Spouses Association Kenya in collaboration with Proudly Kenyan organization. The tanks that will help in water harvesting and storage will help ease water problems in the area. The 18 water tanks distributed to 38 women groups will help women start a kiosk business to sell safe water at affordable prices to Jomvu residents. Jomvu Member of Parliament Badi Twalib says all the groups that received water tanks will be supplied with clean water to kickstart the water kiosks business.
Hapa Jomvu shida yetu kubwa ni mambo ya maji, ndo niposa niliandika proposal zangu kuweza kutuzawadia matanki ya maji ili kuweza kumsaidia yule mama hadi pale chini kitongojini.
Mradi huu utaweza kubadilisha eneo bunge letu la Jomvu. Na mama amesema hapa yeye mwenyewe kuwa mtu ambaye amepawa tanki ya lita 10,000 atahakikisha katika biashara yake maji ya kwanza 10,000 liters atawajazia au kina mama.
Tunashukuru sana kwa kutuletea mradi huu na tutaendelea nao vizuri na tutaimarika nao mtaani.
The government has been urged to intervene and quell tension that has gripped Oljorai area in Gilgil over ownership of land. Locals and private developers are locked in a land tussle over the ownership of 8,000 acres of land. The residents claim they have lived on the land for the last 40 years, which was allocated to them by the late President Daniel Moi. The added barrage of the court cases has deprived thousands of squatters a chance to develop the land.
Tunaeleza serikali ya Rais William Samoei Ruto atuondelee watu ambaye wanataka kuja kutufurusha katika shamba hili letu la Oljorai. Ukweli ni kwamba Rais Ruto alikuja hapa akiwa Deputy President ya Republic of Kenya wakati wa Jubilee na akatuahidi na akasema baada ya mwezi 3 shamba mtakatiwa.
Ona hii watoto yote tumeasa hapa. Paka saa hii hata hawa nahitaji shamba. Ni nani tena atakuja ng'anyang'anya hizi shamba? Mtu ile iko kwa shamba anakuja kupanyia hizo ukora nasema shamba ni yake. Hakuna. Hiyo mtu hapa analeta clutches hapa.
Hiyo sisi tumesema tukiwa kazi ya Aljurai hatutakubali na hatuwezi kubali. Jenga mabohol, tumejenga mashule, tumejenga kila kitu, hata mnaona tumesika watu hapa na bado tunafanya maendeleo. Lakini nataka kuhakikishia serikali kwamba hatutahama Aljurai.
Exactly 10 minutes past the top of the hour, we are due for our first break. We recoil with plenty more, including also what is shaping news in the sporting arena.
Ile siku Sara atahitajika kutini, unijulishe.
Amekata kupatia bond. Haina shida. Ukifika tukampatie OCS.
Wacha ujinga. Wewe unafikiri sehemu tuliokuweka ni sehemu ya starehe?
Yaani sasa imefika kuwa hata nikimpiga simu zangu anishikii.
Tutaenda renti, tutaenda jenga, sitaki cha kujua, bora tumeondokea.
Hiyo ni wewe na mamako.
Mimi si mtoto mdogo. Last time I checked, I was over 18.
KBC brings you children's programs at its very best. From preschoolers to the teens, featuring the very best of untapped talents, showcasing arts and crafts, music and poetry. We bring you the latest animations and teach the children how to do it.
Can you read the word with Happy Hippo?
Join us every Saturday from 7 a.m. and weekdays in the late afternoons as we bring you entertaining children programming on KBC Channel 1.
We are taking time to acknowledge and to celebrate women under the age of 40. These are women who have made some great strides.
Started a business and here we are. So Tree to Table, we do wooden kitchenware and wooden home accessories.
We have lactation teas and lactation cookies that help, to boost breast milk supply in a healthy way, and at the same time, it's a fun way of getting nutrients.
The years I've been making jam for my own kids, for my own family. Yes. The most unique thing about it has no preservatives, no chemicals. Those people who like feeling, you want something that is more natural.
Welcome back. We continue with our coverage and to a story that continues to elicit mixed reactions amongst a section of Kenyans, where the Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels, Educational Institutions, Hospitals and Allied Workers, KDEHA, has called on the government to consider reviewing the 16% VAT on fuel to tame the rising cost of fuel in the country. KDEHA Secretary General Albert Njero says the rising cost of fuel is pushing further the cost of other commodities, making life increasingly hard for the Kenyan worker. This coming as the Postal Corporation of Kenya employees issue a 2-week strike notice to demand for their pay. They are demanding for the payment of 6 months' salary arrears and the remittance of their statutory deductions.
Muhimu serikali iangalie maslahi ya mfanyikazi mahali popote alipo. Na maslahi ya mfanyikazi aache kulipwa shilingi 15,000. Aanze kulipwa mshahara wa shilingi 30,000. Ili kila mfanyikazi kila siku awe anapata 1,000. Kama ile nyongeza ya finance bill ya VAT 8% ingeangaliwa mzuri, atungeongeza hiyo 8% VAT kutoka 8% to 16%. Hapo ndipo jibu liko.
We have reached a point of no return, and we are saying that if this money is not paid for all the 5 months, including October, by the end of 31st day of this month, on 2nd of November, we will pull out our member, irrespective of what will happen to them.
Moving on, the Kenyan youth traveling abroad in search of jobs opportunities have been challenged to acquire relevant skills locally to secure well-paying jobs abroad. This was the clarion call during a travel experts meeting where it was noted that there's an influx in the number of youth seeking job opportunities out of the country. During the meeting, concerns were also raised over the number of youth being duped by unscrupulous individuals posing as travel agents as they seek visas to travel abroad, urging them to work with certified travel agencies. Youth were also urged to reinvest in the country once they secure jobs abroad.
We encourage Kenyans to try and go abroad. But the most important part is to have a plan, which we are willing to assist you with.
Main reason yangu kutoka Kenya ni kwenda kazi. At least huko Kenya saa hizi nyewe si wasee young. Tunakosa sana kazi. Unaweza kuwa umesoma yes, lakini lazima uwe na connection.
Prison personnel across 135 correctional services in the country are set to benefit from better housing and at an affordable cost. Principal Secretary for Correctional Services, Salome Biako, says an initiative to realize this is ongoing in different correctional facilities. During a site visit of staff housing at GK Prison in Ruiru, the PS, Salome Biako, who was accompanied by the Parliamentary Committee on Housing, said that a time has come for the plight of prison staff to be addressed. Sentiments echoed by the Parliamentary Committee, led by the chairperson Innocent Ongiri and member John Walohe.
I'm also happy to report that we have engaged the State Department of Housing to roll out affordable housing very, very soon in all the other prison precincts. We have 135 of them. At least in the other 130 of them, we should be able in the next coming months to roll out affordable housing in those areas.
We came to see. We want to oversight that how the project was contracted, how it's going on, and why it is stalled, and the way forward. And that is, then we report back to Parliament if there's anything, and we guide them accordingly.
Initially, the government did not have money. The former government went short of money. But I want to take this opportunity to thank the current government. Actually, it is working with those problems, but it has provided enough money on these projects that were stalled. And in few months, you will come again and visit. You will see that the houses are complete.
Turning the crack to some sporting action now, and the national under-20 women's team, Rising Starlets, has qualified for the next round of the 2024 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifiers after beating Angola 4-0 at the Estadio 2022 di Juno in Luanda to win the tie 10-1 on aggregate. Starlets will now face Cameroon, who eliminated Botswana 6-1 on the goals aggregate.
The Kenyan team, coached by Beldin Odemba, sailed through on a 10-1 goals aggregate after winning the first leg encounter 6-1 here in Nairobi a week ago. Valerie Nekesa opened the scoring in the 6th minute before Anna Arusi added the second 30 minutes later. Arusi completed her brace in the 57th minute before Charity Midewa scored the fourth in the 94th minute. Both teams were granted byes in the first round against South Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo after the two teams withdrew from the competition. The Kenyan team will now face Cameroon in the next round of the qualifiers. For Lunchtime News, I'm Fred Njogu.
Adam Boru, Lucas Musembi and Nelias Kariuki emerged victorious in the KPA Corporate Golf Tournament, Nairobi circuit held at the Vet Lab Golf Club. The event attracted over 150 golfers who competed in the circuit.
Adam Boru was crowned the overall champion after winning the maiden KPA golf tournament at the Vet Lab Golf Club. Playing handicap 21, Boru carded 44 points, which was enough to earn him the overall title. In the men's category, Lucas Musembi, playing handicap 23, carded 39 points to emerge victorious ahead of Ben Omol, who scored 38 points, and Eric Mugo, who scored 38 points to settle for second and third position respectively. In the women's category, Nelias Kariuki, playing handicap 23, won the tournament after carding 7 points.
Challenges on the golf course were few, made the greens very fast. By the time you gauge the speed you need on the green, you have lost 5 holes. But other than that, I think I had a good group. My 4-ball was super.
The KP head of corporate, Bernard Osero, said the tournament is meant to provide golfers opportunity to compete regularly to improve their performance and provide opportunity for networking.
The notion that golf is for the rich is a misconception, and that's what we have tried to demystify, that golf is anybody's game who wants to take more interest in networking and of course keeping fit. It's a game like another.
The event attracted over 150 golfers who competed in Nairobi circuit.
What we can do is to make sure that we have put more effort into sponsoring serious sports activities, nurturing talent, so that we can help to come up with more professionals, especially those who start young.
Elsewhere, defending European champions Italy thrashed Malta 4-0 to keep alive their hopes of topping England to win Group C of the Euro qualifiers. The win moved Italy 3 points behind group leaders England, who they face at Wembley on Tuesday night. With 3 games left, Italy are level on 10 points with third-placed Ukraine, who beat North Macedonia 2-0 and will need at least 2 more wins to qualify for Euro 2024.
A lot at stake here this evening.
At sporting action to some developing political stories, where the government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura has dismissed claims of a rift between President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. Mwaura, who was accompanied by Kenya Kwanza allied legislators, accused the media of fueling the narrative maintaining the government was intact. Separately, a section of Nyanza leaders allied to the government have cautioned opposition leaders against making new demands post the bipartisan talks following a consensus to create an office of the leader of opposition. This and much more stories will be coming in our subsequent bulletins as far as matters of politics continue to develop. And that effectively puts a cap on what we had time for you this Sunday afternoon. Many thanks for making time for us as well. This has been KBC Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange. Our sign language interpreter has been Byron Abuli. Good afternoon.